Ooh. Rain pattering, yeah, the sound of rain. Almost a foreshadowing of upset.
How much longer, Saul?
Where is this in the timeline?
Everyone can hear you bouncing that thing.
Was it as everything's going down with Walter and the end of Breaking Bad, I wonder? Oof. It all coming crashing down. Barely holding it together. Yeah, name of the episode, Waterworks. Starting with the sound of pouring rain. Interesting. Waterworks. Is there going to be upset? Petition for dissolution of marriage. So that hadn't happened yet.
Send her in.
Kim? Ooh, okay. Hello and welcome to another Better Call Saul Sunday. That's right, the show that happens on a Sunday. Today it's Waterworks episode 12 of a 13 episode run. We are so close to the end, so we shall see what it holds. Whoa, I'm going to go back. Hang on. Sorry, I saw a person in that. Show me. Oh, that's creepy. Okay. Flamingo check. Bang! Plymouth, are you excited? Mate, I can't wait. You heard it from Plymouth, let's go. Potato! Mate, I love potato. Have I said that in this video series? I can't remember. I do mention it a lot, I just don't know which show. Are we making the soup? Timothy! I'm... Damn, okay. A new guy.
How's it coming?
Good.
In the future. Okay, brilliant. We're getting to see her. Awesome. Yeah, the hair change. Very much visually symbolizing that she is trying to be a different person.
Think this will work? I mean, technically it isn't actually mayonnaise, but...
What is it?
Look close, right? What do you think?
Is it just white goop at this point?
What do you think?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. What do you think? No one making decisions here.
Let's give it a shot.
Everyone unsure. Interesting. She's not very decisive anymore, perhaps. Lost a little bit of edge, her confidence, maybe. Maybe she's almost putting that under wraps because she feels like she has to. She knows who she is when she doesn't do that, right? Timothy, indeed. Just a little exchange of dialogue there, I feel like, tells you a lot of her mindset and where she is in this present and on the path that she's chosen. What that means for her character. Maybe a little empty. Maybe not really being herself, but maybe that's how she sees herself living her life in a moral way going forward. Maybe she feels like she has to do that, considering the things that she did.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Also, she's chosen a partner that is almost an echo of Jimmy, actually. And the reason I say that is because hang on.
Well, here's the thing.
This.
They didn't have dukes, and I really like dukes.
Well, here's the thing. And then he launches into an explanation. Kind of almost Jimmy. But it seems like Jimmy without an edge. Jimmy without the Jimmy. You know what I mean? So it's like she's almost chosen someone similar in a certain way. But then, I don't know. I say that because what I was going to say was he's not really taking charge either. But Jimmy did that too. Maybe she's almost tried to choose someone who is like Jimmy but not Jimmy. Maybe there's a little tragedy there, right? Maybe some heartache. I mean, we know it was painful for her too. She just couldn't be with Jimmy, specifically, because she knew what that meant. All of this is just a little sad. There's so much absence in this scene, which is all the kind of comes across all the stronger just because of the black and white. The absence of color, the absence of Kim, almost her soul, who she is, the absence of Jimmy, this relationship almost a pale imitation of what she had.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, and then he does that too. When he's happy and she leaves it to him, kind of tries to make him make a decision. Then he's like, yeah, let's give it a shot. He feels confident with himself, And then he does this little self-satisfied little, yeah, I'm happy with myself. Cool. My partner gave me the power, agrees with me. Don't I feel good about myself? Almost Jimmy-esque. He's waiting for someone to give him that, as opposed to taking it for himself.
They're really beautiful, sissy.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how much of this is an act for Kim.
No, he's right.
Pina colada in the background playing music-wise too. I feel like something... Jimmy, how many times has Jimmy says, let's get some pina coladas? Do you know what I mean? Am I making that up? Am I insane? Yeah, she's very much this almost empty conversation Sorry if you have these kinds of conversations. Hey, take your interest where you can, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying, what I feel like is that it feels odd that Kim's interested in this. It doesn't feel like she really is. You know what I mean? Like I say, it feels like she's playing a role, suburban housewife, right? I'm very happy to be in that lane because she knows if she has more power, she knows where that goes, right? And then you get this shot in a second where the women all stood over here, the men all by the barbecue. Very conforming image, isn't it? Which isn't the Kim we know. She's not conforming. She goes against the grain. She takes power for herself. She, you know, is a strong, independent woman in, you know, the industry that she was in. And now we get this, and it's the opposite of that. And that image, this here, really demonstrates how far away from that she is. All kind of sad, but I get why she's done this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
He's having a good time.
Yep.
Why would you keep saying it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Really? Buddy, you gotta fix that.
You think they ever ran with the bulls on this show?
Not that we've seen, I don't think.
What do you think?
Yeah, she's a different person.
Maybe.
What do you think? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. No one knows. No assertiveness. Well, hang on. Show me that jigsaw puzzle again. It looked blank. Show me. Doesn't it? Am I crazy? Which I feel like, because you can get jigsaw puzzles like that, I think, right? But I feel like it's very representative of this life that she's created for herself. Very empty. Nothing in it. None of her, none of Kim. Again, I think it's on purpose, and I feel like it's an act. Maybe a very convincing one now. Maybe she slips it on without even thinking about it. She doesn't even have to think about it, right? But yeah, the blank jigsaw kind of almost feels very much like a representation of Kim. She's a blank canvas, and she's filled it with grey.
Oh, I thought the potato salad worked out great.
You think?
Yep.
She didn't agree with him there either. You think? There wasn't like yeah, it was nice. Everything she said has been absent of any confidence, anything assertive. She's a sponge. She says something, she absorbs it. She doesn't give anything necessarily.
Looks like rain again.
Rain.
Yeah, it does.
WATERWORKS. Where you go, mate?
You want to go Friday?
Sure.
It's a date.
Okay, so hang on, you're not together. Is he hired? What do we do? Toothbrush. Oh, this is sad. Man, how far we've come, eh? This toothbrush scene. Oh. Dive. Bless her. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I hope you're happy, mate, but I don't think she really is. Maybe some semblance of it, you know. She's not the Kim she was, and she made that decision for a reason. There's some happiness, some contentment in that decision, in, you know, making this choice, for sure, but it's not true happiness, is it, I think? Maybe the happiness she's allowing herself. How are you having any kind of conversation? Coffee! Hey, we can't forget everything.
Do you remember what kind of ice cream Tammy likes? What do you think?
They're both good.
Can't make any decisions, can you? Almost like you can't allow yourself to make any decisions, right? Staying so far, as far as she possibly can from the Kim that she was. You know, she makes a decision, suddenly it's like, oh, I'm embodying some of that. You know, the past, who she was, the person she's trying to get away from. And so she can't almost. Maybe she doesn't even realize she's doing it. You know, trauma, right? Maybe a little bit of a trauma response.
So, whatever happened to crack?
Tuna salad. I made it with Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise.
It's funny how it's her performance as well. And God, hey, come on. I've spent a lot of time talking about Rhea, right? Rhea Seahorn. I've literally never said it out loud. Soz. How phenomenal she is. How good an actor she is. She really needs more roles, for sure. I know that she's gone on to something, or she's filming something, I think with Vince Gilligan, right? But she's lightened her voice. She doesn't sound like the Kim we know. It's lost all of its directness. You know, I think she's quite, again, I keep saying it, but she's quite assertive. She's quite to the point. And she's, like I say, she's lightened it. It seems very up in the clouds, almost drifting. in the tone. You know, the sentences, they're not driving towards a point. They're just kind of like, you know, I don't know. You know, that kind of feel. And that's in the performance.
What you eating?
Tuna salad. I made it with Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise.
Right. So routine. Everyone, nothing unexpected. Everyone knows each other. She knocks on the partition. He knows exactly what she wants, what she needs. There's nothing that's going to take anybody by surprise in this place, and that's exactly what Kim wants. Yeah, look at this. So uniform. I mean, obviously it's black and white, you know, but the shades of the colours look very similar. You know, look at it's all the uniform.
When I woke up this morning, guess what was in my living room? A freaking exercise bike.
How dare it?
I can't believe you got that for my birthday.
Oh, that is rude, yeah.
Kim, there's a Victor St. Clair for you on line 3.
Is this going to be Jimmy?
Kim?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so what do you think about that? That's pretty rude.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's like the vacuum cleaner from, what is it, seasons ago?
I don't care if it's Megatron 3000 or worth $4 million.
Megatron 3000. Isn't that a Hoover? Am I crazy?
For his next birthday. Some hair regrowth serum, and I'm gonna laugh at it.
Feels like you guys need to talk, mate. Right, hello. So yeah, this is when he called. Okay, so we're going to see what this conversation was. If indeed she does pick up. Okay.
Hey, Kim.
Damn. Wow. Just hey, Kim.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Oh.
Might be nice to catch up.
It's been 6 years.
Right.
Thought you might want to know I'm still alive. I'm still out here, still getting away with it.
Okay.
Feds couldn't find their own ass with both hands and a proctologist.
Okay, buddy. Relax. Yeah, he kind of went on the offensive there. Angry, I think, at her lack of response. Lack of, you know, anything. Trying to just jog a reaction out of her.
Still getting away with it.
Jeez.
You shouldn't be calling me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you're awake.
You're awake.
You shouldn't be calling.
Why not? Come on, Kim, say something.
God.
Yell at me.
This is the worst thing he could have done. This is just, you know, the Jimmy that she left times 1,000. And it's showing her that. Showing her that I mean, we obviously know that. He's not come on, he's not improved. He got worse and worse and worse and worse. He fell. But that is so obvious to her. You know, I mean, yeah, absolutely right. She probably knows about what happened vaguely. And that he was doing bad things, but to her mind, it's like, yeah, but maybe some of the Jimmy that I knew is still there. This conversation is showing her no. This is showing her he went down, and kept going. Jimmy, Saul, idiot.
Why not? What am I?
This isn't gonna make her open up and come to you, is it?
Yell at me. Just let me know you still got a pulse.
So disrespectful. That's taken away so much of her autonomy decision and the strength of what she did. Remind me you're still alive. You still got something in you, some fire, some life, right? And it's like I'm talking about the fact that there's not really much life here. Fair enough, but also that's an active decision she made, and that takes a lot of strength to do that, to pull away from the place that she was in, the person that she was. And the way that he's coming at is so disrespectful. Like, how dare he? And I wouldn't put it past her rising to it and being like, actually, mate, shut the fuck up. Or maybe there's something poetic about her not rising to it, and that shows strength. That would show strength. More strength, greater strength. Demonstrate that, right?
Just say something.
What do you want her to say?
You want me to say something? You should turn yourself in.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of life you've been living, but it can't be much.
Yeah. Yeah, of course she can't know.
Set the pot to the kettle.
Stop it. She moved away from that.
You preaching to me?
Okay, you could have said that, but not now. You should have said that in the conversation where she left you. Because I said it too in that video of he had every right because of, you know, season 6, everything we got with Howard was her. And he could have said that. He could have said that in that conversation. He would have been valid to. He'd have been right to. At this point, so far removed, so far apart from that, no. You can't. You've lost your opportunity, your chance to say that. Any right he had to say that is gone.
Set the pot to the kettle? Wait, that is...
Yeah, bless her, mate.
Well, why don't you turn yourself in? Seeing as how you're the one with the guilty conscience, huh? What is stopping you? Mike's in the ground. Spill your guts. Put on your hair shirt. See what it gets you. Kim, why are we even talking about this?
There's the anger.
To throw our lives away for no reason. I only wanted to... Kim.
Oh God, she's so good. The way that she's flitted from like almost like you can see the hurt, the words and the hurt as they hit her, and then as he gets aggressive, you can see that anger, and then that little break there, the upset, and hey, you know, fair play to Bob. You can see, you know, he shifts a little bit there too. The Kims are kind of just desperate. It's almost Jimmy-esque, you know. Reminds of when they broke up and the way that, you know, he would say her name. It was almost desperate, like reaching out, please don't leave me. That's what the Kims felt like, and I feel like that's why that hit her so hard, and why she almost breaks into tears there.
See what it gets you. Kim, why are we even talking about this?
Yeah, the anger.
Too smart to throw our lives away for no reason.
He softens.
I only wanted to.
It kind of sounds like Jimmy.
Kim.
Yeah, and then she can hear that.
Kim.
Yeah.
Kim.
I'm glad you're alive.
Mature of you, mate. Hey, goddamn, that is more than he deserved.
Time to sing.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh man, we've barely started the episode. There's so much here, I feel like. Birthday to... He's gonna come into her life, isn't he? You gotta imagine. He's gonna come to her because he is belligerent and immature and dangerous. He is. And bless her, she deserves to be left alone. An airport? Is she leaving? Alaska. Oh, the booth that Mike was in, right? Yeah. This is where they would eat. Okay, is she going on the attack? In some form. Good to be back. Is she going to turn him in? Talk to someone and be like, look, he called me. I'm scared he's going to come. I wouldn't blame her.
Tuck your shirt in for me, will you?
Okay.
Oh.
Judge, because of your record.
Almost an echo of who she was, yeah.
Okay, so
The life she left behind. The life you could have had. Oh, hello, mate. Oh,
Kim?
ooh, coming clean, maybe. Gonna tell her everything. So sorry, we've gone from the courtroom to here. What did she do at the courtroom? Is she telling everybody? Did she tell someone there and now she's gonna come and tell Cheryl? You'd think that would implicate her. Needs to unburden herself from it. Finally, fully. I'd get it. Especially with Jimmy coming back into her life in the way he did just then. Okay. Yeah, she is telling everyone. Kim goes down for this, no? It's almost, I suppose, I mean, she said to Jimmy, I think you should turn yourself in. Maybe almost, you know, jogged her, reminded her. And Jimmy's words, right? Pot calling the kettle black, reminding her of what she did. And hey, you know, as much as I don't think he had the right to say that to her now, I still stand by that. The fact remains, she still orchestrated it. She still did it. She's maybe almost taken her own advice. Turn yourself in. And repeatedly, she is just showing that she is a good person within all this. And she's making the decisions, doing the work to be a good person. Because, I think if you're a good person, you aren't just passively good. You are, you are actively making decisions to do that. And we've seen her in this show actually be that person. Yeah. Cheryl deserved that, to know.
Howard was murdered.
Yeah. Howard deserved this too, for people to know. That feels good, actually. That feels really good.
In the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. It's sad that that's all it came down to. Timing, right?
And the police. Will they search again?
They'll search.
Yeah, you can see her subtly shaking.
I don't think they'll find him.
Yeah, how would they?
He didn't suffer.
He didn't suffer.
Yeah, I know that's not a consolation. She is trying to make you feel better. There's no making you feel better. That's fair.
The lies you two made up.
Yeah.
The picture you painted.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he is now.
Yeah.
That's all anybody remembers.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to change that.
Good for you.
Will you go to jail?
Good question.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up to the district attorney whether to prosecute. There's no physical evidence. No remaining witnesses other than my ex-husband.
Who's gone in the wind?
I could sue you in civil court and I could take everything you've got.
Fair.
Yeah.
You wouldn't argue, would you?
Why are you doing this?
Ironically, because of Jimmy, I think. And what he said on the phone jogged her. Just a quick intermission to let you folks know I have recently started a gaming channel. Now, this is just going to be for fun. It's not going to impact anything over here on the main channel. But after doing Alien and Aliens, I had quite a lot of people talking about Alien Isolation, and they'd love to see me play it. I've been trying almost to kind of incorporate gaming a little bit into my repertoire. So this channel is just going to be edited and uploaded playthroughs of games. I'm starting with Alien Isolation. Part 1 is now available to watch. This is the channel on your screen if anyone's intrigued by that. It's something in the downtime between videos over here that you could watch if you so chose. Obviously, it's not going to translate to everybody. Not everybody's going to want to go over there. But if it is something that tickles your fancy, mate, I would absolutely appreciate a subscribe over there. It's a nice change of pace, little chill gaming. Admittedly, Alien Isolation, not a chill game, but little moments of it in between. Anyway, thank you for listening, and let's get back to the video. Maybe after this, she'll be able to actually live as herself again as well, you know. There's got to be another meeting between her and Saul, right? Yeah, like genuine remorse in her, right? Like, yeah, she did bad things. Yeah. And that's gonna stay with her. She has to live with that for the rest of her life, and it pains her. You can see it here. And it's gonna keep paining her. But you keep making... Oh. Oh, buddy. Thank you, mate. There's nothing you can say to her, is there? In this moment. Man, she's so good. Yeah, okay. We're back. You know, to a certain extent, I don't need them to meet again. You know, to a certain extent, that being Kim's final scene, that would feel appropriate. I could leave this show, and that's the last I see of her, and I'd be okay with that. It would feel like an appropriate end to that story. It feels like a conclusion. Yeah, and after that phone conversation, how he was on the phone and hearing it now, and I'm seeing him now, I don't like him at all. And I know I said ages ago, when we kind of switched to this stuff, like, Jimmy was gone. Jimmy's gone. That Jimmy... No, this guy is the worst. He's anti-human. He doesn't grow. He doesn't change. He doesn't process. He just hurts, and he's a product of that pain. That pain and trauma without any intention to ever solve or salve any of it. Inflicts it on other people. This guy's got to be waking up, right? Do people genuinely keep lists of their passwords? That's crazy to me. I suppose when you got so many accounts, fine, but... Oh, success. What? You got what you wanted, but you want more? It's very you, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, at this point in the show, I do kind of want to see him go away. In the sense of getting caught, or I feel like death, getting killed would almost be... It would feel too Breaking Bad almost. It would feel too... I don't know if that would satisfy me. I feel like he needs to go away. Or maybe, you know, it's going to be this example of... He gets away with it, and he's so good, so slippery, that he does, and it leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth, you know, and you leave the show being like, oh, gross. That would almost feel quite appropriate in a certain way too, and it wouldn't be what I wanted. Alright, greedy boy. Who dis? Uh-oh. What are you doing? Wow, that's fancy. You leave Rusty alone. Yeah, who drove up in the car too? You about to have company. How you feeling? Can you parkour down from the balcony, dude? No, come on. A distraction. Gonna knock him on the head with his dog. The cop car? That is the worst kind of car you want behind you, mate. Is Gene getting caught? Mate, this is... What an image that is, though. He's about to bludgeon a man with the ashes of his dog. Like, it can't get more disgusting. But that is very much who he is at this point in the show. Uh-oh. Hey, if he just takes off, that cop car follows. Kinda good for Jimmy.
Look, what would you call this?
They don't even care, do they? They've just pulled over.
Would you call that a fish taco? This a fish taco. I mean legal.
But all stressing for no reason, of course.
There's one piece of goddamn pollock no bigger than the end of my...
One of them's gonna be dumb.
Smack somebody in their face with it.
No, you idiot. They just want to eat. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude. I mean, he's an amateur, right? He's not... Yeah, it's good for you. That's so dumb. What was the... Just be like you fell asleep at the wheel and I guess my foot pressed accelerate. I just drifted off, mate. It's late night. Okay. No, she's back. Carla, though... Oh, no. Okay, we're back. Sorry. So it was Kim that was coming in. Right. So she did have contact with him when he was Saul. All very somber, innit? Yeah, he's not even trying to talk to her. Shut off, walls up. This thing that he's clearly, you know, he's putting off all of the people in his lobby. He's not okay, but in typical Saul fashion, not acknowledging any of it, walling it off, pushing it down.
Pretty great, right?
Yep.
Think you're gonna regret not taking your share of the sandpiper money.
She didn't, eh? Yeah, guilt. Yeah, he's gone, mate.
Have a nice life, Kim.
Say it. No. Why would she? Whatever she had to say. But she had something.
Hey, Sweet Cheeks, what do we got next? Let's make some money.
I don't do no paperwork.
I recognize him.
He doesn't do paperwork.
Who cares? Come on.
Yeah, barely the man you knew. Oh, Francesca. Yeah, the rain. That was tough for her, too. But she is actually some... Ah, smoking too, yeah. She is some semblance of a human being. He's barely one. Jesse? No. No way.
Hey, yo. Hey, bump one of those?
Oh, it's Jesse. No. Oh, I love that they're getting a scene together. Beautiful. This is so cool.
What's up with this?
It's just the weather, Jesse.
Rainy.
It's crazy.
Is it?
Like bananas, all this rain.
Sure.
Like in a desert, you know?
Good point.
You're a lawyer, right? I recognize you.
Really?
You defended my buddy Cabo, Christian Ortega, Juvie Court,
Nice.
Soul Baby Jesus.
Wait, she was the lawyer on that? Because I remember that. They mentioned that in Breaking Bad, no?
I mean, what the hell did he even want that thing for? You got him off like scot-free. That was pretty slick, yo.
Tell him I hope he's keeping his nose clean.
Oh, combo.
Goodman, see the real deal? Like lawyer-wise?
I mean, he knows his stuff.
You know, a funny TV commercial is not a sound basis for like, you know.
Yeah, kind of. Waterworks indeed. It's almost meta. It almost feels like my Waterworks. I feel upset. This is just sad to watch. Don't get me wrong, I'm having a great time with this scene. And I love seeing Kim. I love the flash forward, or the present, sorry, of Kim. I really have enjoyed this episode for that. But it just feels almost, it's sad. Waterworks, yeah. It's just sad to watch it. Or it feels so somber and depressing. Because, I mean, you kind of get that in this scene where you see Jess and you actually feel what feels like the first moment of joy in this episode to see him. He kind of lightens it.
This guy, any good?
I think she's going to say yes. Maybe not, though, considering what she just saw.
When I knew him, he was.
When I knew him. You don't know him anymore at all, do you? Thing is, though, I think you do. This was the, Saul. This was the Saul that you got. You just saw underneath it. She was privy to the Jimmy underneath, and there is no Jimmy anymore because of her. I mean, again, I hate to kind of put it on her in a certain sense. It's not all her by any means, but I said in a previous video, I think the reason that he got to where he is and the exact Saul that we got wouldn't have happened without her and what she did. I stand by that. I don't think that, like I said in that video, I'm not saying Saul wouldn't have existed, but he wouldn't have existed in this way without her and the way that it went. So it's not that I feel like she doesn't know him necessarily. It's just that she, like I say, isn't privy anymore to the Jimmy underneath. Jimmy's so far down, buried so far down. God, does he ever come back up again? Maybe not.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
They think that I committed a robbery.
Oh.
The place where I had the accident, this guy.
Yeah.
This drunk guy, he comes wandering out of his house.
Of course. Nothing on you, though.
Evidence of, like, breaking and entering.
Okay, but did you have anything on you or in the taxi? Because surely there's no evidence. But obviously he can't turn up and because, he is who he is, right?
Well, the police are obviously barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe he just needs to tell him that, though.
Did they find any of this so-called stolen merchandise? Was it in your possession?
Thank you.
Of course it wasn't.
There we go.
You're coming down here yourself?
I think it'll be your mom.
I wonder what she's going to have to say to Jean. I did put it in the video, sorry. But I suspect the mum, what's she called again? I suspect she might find out who he is. We had in that episode, she was, dabbling in the internet. And she's obviously aware of something going on between Jeff and Jean. And it's like, I wouldn't put it past her working it out. Maybe seeing something online, some story, and she sees a mugshot or something of Jimmy. I don't know whether she'd necessarily turn him in. Maybe. Or maybe she'll approach him and say something. Have an interesting conversation. We'll see.
Sit tight.
You do that.
Maybe that's what we'll end on and go into the finale with.
Marion, it's a mistake is all.
Marion. Yeah.
We'll get him out of there lickety-split.
And me on the telephone for hours.
Yikes.
Trying to find one of those bailout places. I maxed out my Discover card.
Oh, Marion.
You don't have to worry about a bondsman either. You just walk into the station, you pay a straight cash bail. It's not like Albuquerque at all.
Who are you to know that?
Marion, you still there?
Why did Jeff call you instead of me?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shower, get dressed.
She's getting suspicious.
Yeah, okay, yeah, thanks.
She is cottoning on, mate. Absolutely. What have you worked out, eh? Okay, the laptop. Yeah. I told you. Oh no! Buddy. She just said in that conversation she was looking for one of those, what did she say, bailout guys. Did she come across, and Jesse mentioned you come across him, you see the ad, of course you don't trust it. Maybe she came across the Better Call Saul ad and was like, I'm not going to trust this guy. Maybe that jogged her a little bit. How poetic would that be that what undoes him is that ad too? That's what you get almost. It's the most kind of almost Saul thing, when he gets introduced in Breaking Bad. It's what you're left with. Absolutely. I feel like that's what's happening here. We'll see. That's my theory. I think the gig's up, buddy.
Marion.
She had a heart attack or something. No. Good. What are you looking at?
Marion.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, close that, mate.
Hey. Everything okay?
You can hear his voice. She saw the trailer. Okay, Marion. Yeah. Oh, she is on it. Oh, God. I'm just getting like an image now. If he cottons on to the fact that she knows, is he going to hurt Marion? Is he fallen that far?
Oh, hey. Everything okay?
I'm pretty sure it's his ad.
You know what? I I don't want to slow things down. I think maybe you ought to go without me.
Mm-hmm. You can hear... Oh, man.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights?
Yep.
And so do I. I believe
It's over.
guilty. Every man, woman, and child in this...
You've been caught. You need to leave. Force in your hand or... Get rid of her.
Marion, do you think that's me? Because it's not.
There never was a Nippy, was there?
Mm-hmm.
What did Jeff tell you?
Sorry, because I put it in. I think I put text in. I can't remember which video. Either one of them. Not maybe the last one, the one before that. It was a faint theory at the time, so I didn't put any like voiceover in it, but it's in there. It's in there, okay?
I typed in con man and Albuquerque. And up you popped. Big as
Wow.
day.
That's kind of impressive. The SAO on that, mate. Don't hurt her. Come on.
What'd you get my son into?
Nothing
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't ask for.
Nothing that he didn't ask for.
Listen, I'm still the good friend you...
Buddy.
Okay?
Buddy, what you doing with that wire?
Buddy understands me.
Oh, Marion.
You will too. You have to,
You gonna tie her up?
keep things on an even keel.
I'll take that over the other thing.
What have you got there? Put that down. Put it down.
Oh, God.
Do not do it, Marion.
He's very steady. Oh, Marion.
I trusted you.
That's what he does. Gets your trust and then stabs you in the back. That's who you are. It's getting to him. That got to him. Like, yeah. That pierced all of his armor and got to Jimmy underneath. And I think it's because it hit him so hard because all of the people he's like Kim trusted him. All of these people that he's loved in his life trusted him. And what happens? They get hurt, they die, they leave. And I think that's why that got to him.
He's a wanted man, and his name is Saul Goodman.
Good for you, Marion. Yeah, it's funny how this episode is kind of releasing me a little bit from any sense of worry. I'm so detached now, I feel like, from Jimmy. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that sounds silly, and maybe, other people got there quicker, but this episode, I feel like, really effectively, like, makes you just not like him. And that kind of effect, I think you get that in other episodes too. I think I've said that as we've come forward, right, and previously, but I just think this episode and going into the finale, I'm like, whatever happens to him, and actually the most dissatisfying thing, like I said before, that could possibly happen is he gets away scot-free. I think there'd be some poetry to that, but I almost don't want him to, actually. Out of all the people in these shows, I don't want him to. He's irredeemable, it feels like. He's so deep in. I mean, okay, well, maybe Walter got there as well, to be fair. But, he did have that scene in the kitchen with Skylar. He was, in the end, showing remorse. He was, in the end, holding himself up and going, that's what I did. That's who I was. I wanted it. He did take that and acknowledge that in the end. I mean, Jimmy hasn't yet. Will he? I don't know. I don't know if he's capable of that. Say what you want about Walter, but he was, to some sense, a person in between Heisenberg. Jimmy, I've not seen him for a long time, and he so effectively shoved him down. Saul, Gene, so effectively shoved Jimmy down. Do you know what I mean? So that, to me, separates them in a certain sense, in the way that I want him to get caught specifically, because I feel like he deserves that. So we'll see. Sorry, that's what I mean. So I'm very much, this episode feels like the final kind of weak string connecting me to Jimmy and any hope that he might find any kind of, salvation or whatever. That it snapped. This episode snaps that for me. Call me optimistic, call me, whatever, that it took this long and to this point, but it does. It releases you to the point that the finale now I'm like, I'm along for the ride. Okay, sorry. Yeah, God, I think this has been a long one. I've kind of said everything I want to say about what this episode did and how good it is. Penultimate episode of the finale, the end of this show, and I feel like it's so on the money, so perfectly telling these stories, wrapping them up. Like I say, if we don't see Kim in the finale, I'm okay with that. If we do, we do. But I just feel like everything they're doing with these characters is so satisfying. And actually, like I say, what they're doing with Gene, Jimmy, Saul, whatever you want to call him, as much as I'm talking the way I'm talking, it's really good and it feels appropriate for his character, who he is, where he's got to. And hey, God, I was right about Marion. Yeah, I saw it coming. As soon as she was given the laptop and she was looking at the cat videos and stuff, I was like, yeah, WATERWORKS. Very much feels like my WATERWORKS. How I feel, like I say, I think, yeah, well, that was it. That was episode 12. The finale is coming. Yeah, we will see how it ends. I think it could go a few different ways. You know, all of the stuff that I've been talking about this episode. So we shall see. Hey, if you are not subscribed to this channel, you like this content, you like this video, please do consider doing that down below. Like the video, all that good stuff. Let me know. Put a comment down there. Help me out with the old algorithm. If you would, there is a link down in the description below. If you're hankering for the finale, it will probably, most likely, be available to watch right now if you want. But hey, if you don't, absolutely fine. Everything will be released for free on YouTube in time. But thank you, God, to my patrons, my YouTube members, as always. Thank you genuinely so much for your support. But that's it. More Better Call Saul coming very, very soon. We are very close to this, God, almost 4 or 5 year journey if you count Breaking Bad. So it's going to be a big one. I'll see you then.